Hello everyone, I'm back, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. 2022 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cameras. From weird unidentified creatures to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying trail camera clips from my channel this year. So grab your popcorn and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips from Maximum Fear in 2022. This trail cam picture out of Georgia has been going viral. This very strange and unexplainable picture shows a strange eye peering into a trail camera mounted deep in the woods. The property owners set up a trail cam to capture wildlife and to see what types of animals roam the forest, and they never expected to catch anything like this. Everyone is shocked and completely puzzled by this photo. What animal could this possibly be? Some people say it looks like a dog or a cat, but the eye is just so human-like. But the face is covered in hair, and you can also almost make out an eyebrow just above the eye. What the heck could this creature be? This is definitely a photo that humans were not meant to see. A group of friends were out exploring the woods late one night. They brought along a camera to take pictures. They continued on deep into the woods, taking pictures along the way. As they continued their expedition, they captured this one specific picture that none of them could explain. They did not realize there was anything strange in the picture until after, when they were examining the photos more closely. One of their photos captured a pale-looking hand wrapped around a tree, as if something was grabbing onto it. Now this is scary enough, to be venturing in the woods and capturing a random hand that you didn't know was there, but once they upped the brightness and zoomed in on where the hand was, it revealed something far more terrifying. If you look closely, you can also see a pale and horrifying face just peering around the tree, staring right back at the hikers. They were being stalked by some strange creature and they had no idea. As you can see in the photo, they were just trying to take an innocent picture of one of their friends with the woods in the background. Who knew they would have caught this? This terrifying and unexplainable picture is leaving people baffled to this day. The people who took these photos said that they were just going for an innocent hike and were not trying to catch anything creepy. What could this strange creature be? Could it be a skinwalker? Maybe we will never know, and maybe it should stay that way, because who knows what kind of unknown creatures are lurking in the darkness. This terrifying and unexplainable photo was captured deep in the woods at around midnight. The owner of the camera said they checked out the trail cam and found this photo. They were puzzled by this because what kind of creature could produce an eye shine so tall and wide? This photo was posted to Reddit to see if anyone could make sense of it. One commenter said, "I think it could be Bigfoot. If you observe the position of the eyes, it shows that the eyes are between 6 to 10 inches apart, displaying a position that humans have. Both eyes pointing forward. Humans on average have their eyes 4 inches apart. My only plausible theory is that you've got yourself the reflection of Bigfoot eyes." Now, it's not proven that this is Bigfoot or that Bigfoot is even real. However, this photo looks a lot like this clip that I showed in the last trail cam video. As you can see, they both had similar reflecting eyes at a similar height and a similar width. It does not look like it could be any normal earthly creature. Is this really Bigfoot, or is it some other strange unknown creature that lurks in the shadows? Have you ever heard of a zombie deer before? Zombie deer are 100% real, and there are many people who have caught them on camera. There is a deadly disease that causes deer and other animals to become living zombies. Chronic wasting disease, also known as CWD, is a disease that affects deer, elk, reindeer, and moose. It has been found in some areas of North America, including Canada and the United States, Norway, and South Korea. It is a highly contagious neurological disease that causes holes to appear in the brain and makes the affected act completely irrational and strange. CWD is always fatal, and there are no treatments or vaccines. To date, there have been no reported cases of CWD infection in people. However, some animal studies suggest CWD poses a risk to certain types of non-human primates, like monkeys, that eat meat from CWD-infected animals or come in contact with brain or body fluids from infected deer or elk. These studies raise concerns that there may also be a risk to people. So far no humans have contracted this zombie disease. Here is some real footage of zombie deer.
Oh, man, just walked right through that fire. Oh, yeah. You see it walk right through that fire? You see it walk right through that fire? Dude, it didn't even phase it. Yeah, it's jacked up. Dude, it's gonna drown.
As you can see in the footage, the deer steps right on the fire and is completely unfazed. It slowly walks into the deep river and vanishes under the water. So if you ever see a zombie deer in person, stay as far away as possible. So earlier I talked about zombie deer, but the deer captured in this footage does not appear to have CWD, but it definitely should not be alive. The deer in this footage has a massive wound on the front right of its body. I had to blur it out because it's too gruesome to show on YouTube. The whole right side of the deer's body is practically missing, yet it is still walking around like nothing happened. It's completely amazing that a deer was able to survive an injury this bad. Hopefully it makes a full recovery and lives on. This clip is arguably one of the most believable pieces of evidence ever captured of North America's most popular cryptid, Bigfoot. The footage was recorded by a solo explorer who was hiking in the mountains in Alberta, Canada. His hike was normal until he eventually stumbled upon a strange makeshift shelter in a clearing. The shelter was huge and was made up of massive trees and branches. Even more trees and large branches were broken around the area, suggesting that something powerful was lurking there. The lone hiker was curious how the shelter had gotten there, so he decided to strap his trail camera to a nearby tree. Afterwards, he proceeded with his adventure, leaving his trail camera. After only a few hours, a notification detecting movement appeared on his device, and what his trail camera captured was something that no one was supposed to see. The trail cam captured an image of an unknown massive beast. The animal was completely covered in hair and it was insanely tall. The explorer was 100% certain that this was indeed a Sasquatch. And as we zoom in and take a closer look at these photos, the evidence becomes even more compelling. No one is quite sure, but if Bigfoot is real, this is exactly what Bigfoot would look like. There are often many strange videos captured out in nature, but this one will completely blow your mind. On Wednesday, October 17th, 2018, a video taken in Sacré-Cœur, Quebec, captured practically everyone's attention. A man innocently hiking through the forest stopped dead in his tracks when he came across this phenomenon. All of a sudden, the forest began coming to life right in front of his eyes. As you can see, the forest is seen breathing. However, this is actually not as terrifying as you think. The earth is not actually coming to life. While forests do not breathe per se, the trees that reside in them do, by taking in carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen in a process called photosynthesis. But what is causing this very rare sight is loose soil and intense winds. When the ground is loose enough and the winds are sufficiently strong, it can cause trees to sway back and forth, pulling at their web of roots and loosening the surrounding soil. Eventually, this is what makes the forest appear to breathe with life. Even though this is a natural occurrence, it does not stop it from being any more terrifying than it already was. In March of 2017, a very strange and unexplainable piece of footage got the internet talking. The video shows a group of people riding dirt bikes through what looks like a remote forest. They were riding on a trail in Sumatra, Indonesia. They ride their dirt bikes for some time until unexpectedly the biker in the front of the pack crashes and falls over. It's unknown at first why he fell over until a small naked humanoid figure is seen sprinting away from the site. The man with the camera mounted on his helmet decides to speed after this strange being to try to figure out what it was. After chasing it for a few seconds, the being leaps into the brush on the side of the road, never to be seen again. The group stops at the spot for a while to look for it, only to come up empty-handed. The creature completely vanished. People on the internet have lots of theories as to what this being could be. Some think it could be some sort of goblin or humanoid who was disturbed by their loud bikes. Other viewers guessed it could be a man who is a member of the Lost Mob tribe, a clan of forest gypsies which rarely make contact with modern society. The mythical tribe are said to be much smaller than the average human. They are also very skittish, fleeing upon seeing outsiders. It is said that they originated from Homo floresiensis, a close relative of humans characterized by their excessive growth problems. However, scientists are yet to fully confirm these theories. Most scientists say that this is impossible and that this video is just staged. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. The Grim Reaper. Death is frequently imagined as a personified force. In some mythologies, a character known as the Grim Reaper causes the victim's death by coming to collect that person's soul. The Grim Reaper is a skeleton dressed in a black robe holding a scythe. Whether it is just a mythical being or an actual entity, it is definitely downright spine-chilling. This trail camera snapped a photo of the Grim Reaper, or rather someone dressed as the Grim Reaper late one night. The location of the picture is unknown. When this image surfaced, people began to speculate that the Grim Reaper could be roaming the forest, whereas others thought that it was just a prank attempting to scare the owner of the trail cam. There have been no further updates by the trail cam owner, but either way, real or fake, this photo is still enough to give you the creeps. This guy was hanging out in his own backyard, burning some leaves on his woodland property, but it was at this moment that his camera picked up something scary enough to send shivers down your spine. He filmed a quick selfie video of him burning leaves that he thought nothing of, until many of his followers began pointing out something strange that happened in the background in the forest. If you look closely, a dark figure is seen sprinting very fast through the trees towards the back of the forest. It's hard to make out what this creature could possibly be, but it's definitely not some ordinary forest creature, and it's also not human. His video unexpectedly went viral, and despite millions of views, still no one is able to determine what it is. Some people speculate that the creature is Bigfoot, but unfortunately this is the only clip we have of it. And the man has reportedly never seen the beast again. Other people think it's an undiscovered species or an alien or something paranormal. It's likely that the unidentified beast was startled by the rapidly spreading fire and ultimately decided to run for its life, only to be accidentally caught by this guy's camera for a split second. Whatever this strange creature is, it is definitely one of the scariest things we've seen in a while. Hunters hear all kinds of weird sounds in the woods all the time. The random screams of bobcats, mountain lions, and foxes can curdle blood even when you know the source. But when you hear wild wails like the ones captured on video by a hunter deep in the Ontario woods in 2019 and you can't pinpoint the source, it can be enough to make you want to pack your stuff and head away from the hills. Here is what the hunter caught on camera. As you can hear, some sort of unidentified, bone-chilling screams were coming from deep in the woods. The man who captured this video said, "I went grouse hunting in Ontario, Canada when we heard these screams. It lasted for around 5 minutes, but I only got 3 minutes and 5 seconds of it on video, and I have 2 minutes and 15 seconds of it here. It happened on October 3rd, 2019 at 6:50 p.m. A commenter also pointed out that the screams sounded like they were getting closer at a very fast pace. So what kind of animal could possibly make strange sounds like this? Many commenters were quick to point out that they thought it was Bigfoot or some sort of unidentified creature lurking in the woods. Still, no scientists or anyone at all have been able to pinpoint what caused that noise. Let me know what you guys think it was in the comments. Trail cams have captured some truly bizarre things throughout the years. These cameras are used to capture wildlife and nature, but the trail cam in this story captured something that no trail camera had ever captured before. Something far more disturbing. Did you ever think that a trail camera would help solve a murder case? Well, that's exactly what happened on February 29th, 2020 in Bossier City, Louisiana. Earlier that week, a man named Garrett Wilson was reported missing from his hometown in Bossier City. The police and detectives did a thorough investigation and ended up discovering his remains on a woodland property in northern Bossier Parish that was used for hunting. Since the area was a popular hunting spot, there were trail cameras posted almost everywhere. So detectives ended up taking a look at all of the trail cam footage, and what they found was absolutely chilling. A 45-year-old man named John Hardy was captured on one of the hunting trail cameras on the property where Wilson's remains were found. The camera captured still photographs of him standing next to a burn pile, and the clothes that Garrett Wilson was last seen wearing were piled up next to him. The police located John Hardy and took him into custody. He was ultimately charged with second-degree murder and obstruction of justice in connection with Wilson's death. He is currently held on a $1.3 million bond, and his trial is still ongoing. The photo of the killer that was caught on the trail cam was never released to the public, probably because it was far too graphic for anyone to see. This video was uploaded to YouTube on November 5th, 2022 by a channel named Homesteading Off the Grid. At first the video seems like any other normal trail cam video. Then you can hear some rustling noises coming from under the camera. The rustling comes to a stop, and about a minute later, a horrifying figure is spotted moving around in the bushes. The figure slowly creeps closer. You can now see what looks like a man in a dark robe with a strange mask on. He appears to be walking on his knees. The man continues creeping closer and closer, and then eventually disappears into the darkness. It is truly unknown what this trail cam owner captured. Was this someone just playing a prank, or is some psycho lurking in the woods? The footage that I'm about to show was captured by an outdoor enthusiast as they enjoyed a hike through the Appalachian Mountains. However, after what they saw during this hike might make them never want to hike again. This unsettling video shows an unidentified creature watching the hiker from behind a log. Whatever this is does definitely not want to be seen, as it attempts to hide behind the fallen tree. The animal's eyes appear to be black, a characteristic that is frequently associated with cryptids and other strange beings. The animal almost looks like a seal, but obviously they do not live in forests. The person who took this video and everyone else cannot figure out what this creature is. Whatever it is, it's apparent there are some very strange things lurking in the woods of the Appalachian Mountains. This group of photos was captured on a hunting plot deep in the woods. The exact location of where these photos were taken is unknown. But as you can see in the first picture, the photo displays a deer and a raccoon minding their own business, but seen directly above them is some sort of strange light. The second photo taken minutes later shows the exact same thing, but the deer has disappeared, and the light has intensified. The trail cam owners said that there was absolutely no way for this light to be there, as this is deep in the woods. This light could not have been attached to anything, it was just appearing in the air. When this picture was released to the public, people had many questions that they needed answers to. One theory that people had was that this was an alien abduction caught on camera. The light almost looks as if it is a spotlight shining down. Could this be from a UFO attempting to abduct the animals? People came up with this theory because the deer just disappeared in the next photo. Could the deer have been abducted by aliens? That is just a theory, and no one truly knows what caused this strange phenomenon miles back in the woods. If you guys have any other theories, go ahead and let us know in the comments down below. On September 30th, 2017, a man named Erwin Saunders would upload a very strange and unexplainable video to YouTube. In the video, the man claims that he is able to communicate with some sort of mysterious forest creatures who seem to only come out after a rainy day. He sits under a tree and talks for quite some time, and just when it seems like nothing creepy is going to happen, this happens.
Watching up behind me on that ledge.
focus it. I think I've got the right spot. Hold on. Ah, he was just there. Ah, you see? That was a quick glimpse there. He's not there. Oh, sorry about that. He was doing. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's. There. Well, at least we've got a shot of one.
In the footage, you can clearly see a strange and very small, unearthly creature peering over the cliff's edge right behind him. This footage is definitely very weird, and I personally have never seen anything like it before. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this just a hoax, or is this a real strange creature caught in the woods?